House as teachers and state employees could be in for a salary boost under the budget currently being debated by the House.
News 19's Becky Buds is inside the State House tonight with details on what's going on with your budget. Becky.
Good evening, Darcy and JR. Lawmakers returned to the State House at 9:30 this morning and have been debating the budget ever since. Now, they are facing tough decisions this year as they navigate a $1.7 billion budget surplus against over $4 billion in state agency requests.
This is a good, conservative, solid budget.
The South Carolina House on Tuesday continuing debate on the state's $13 billion spending plan. It includes $200 million to increase teacher salaries, $500 million in property tax relief, and $200 million for bridge repairs and replacements. Representative Neil Collins sits on the Budget Writing Committee.
Again, education, I think, won out in this year's budget, which makes my heart happy, and hopefully it pays dividends to recruiting and retaining teachers, which I think is one of the biggest issues in South Carolina.
The budget also includes millions of dollars for state income tax cuts and educational scholarships at technical colleges. However, not all requests were met. South Carolina's colleges and universities asked for $128 million to freeze in-state tuition, but the House only approved $57 million.
But we've got to do our part as a state, as government, to make sure that tuition remains, that college remains affordable. And just giving lip service is not enough.
Throughout the debate, Freedom Caucus members proposed several amendments that range from cutting funding for the Arts Commission and requiring foster children to be placed in youth homes according to the gender assigned to them at birth. Representative R.J. May is the vice chair of the Freedom Caucus.
It's one of the reasons that we're fighting against this budget, which doesn't cut a single dollar from a single program. In fact, most programs and agencies here in South Carolina saw an increase in money, even though we know an incoming recession is on the horizon.
Meanwhile, Democrats like Representative Gilda Cobb-Hunter continued advocating for funding for the federal summer feeding program, which Governor Henry McMaster opted out of.
We think it is just abhorrent that South Carolina refused to accept federal dollars to feed hungry children.
Now lawmakers are expected to vote on the budget sometime tonight, in which case they'll return tomorrow for a third ceremonial vote. Reporting at the State House, Becky Buds, News 19 WLTX.
Becky Buds, thank you so much.